Uh, I would like to request now to one of our chief guests, Miss Eram Saeed, to please come on stage. Eram Saeed के बारे में I think आप सब लोग जानते होंगे. She is a management consultant. She's a psychologist. She's a trainer. She's a coach. She was a TV host in America. Recently, she moved from USA to Pakistan. शी इज़ सोशल मीडिया इन्फ्लुएंसर. इनकी जो वीडियोस हैं वो यूट्यूब फेसबुक पर बहुत ज़्यादा अप्रिशिएट की जाती हैं. सोशल इश्यूज़ पे बात करती हैं. तो आज हमारे साथ हैं, तो मैं उनसे रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि 5 मिनट अपनी जो इल्म और नॉलेज और एक्सपीरियंस का समंदर है उसमें से हमें 5 मिनट दें, और फिर इसके बाद आज का जो पैनल है इसको ये सुवेनियर्स भी डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करेंगे. इरम प्लीज़ वेलकम इरम.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you so much. Thank you for all of you wonderful people for making me a social influencer in Pakistan. It was just a fluke, honestly, जब मैंने अपनी शुरू की कुछ videos बनाई and they went viral. I was not expecting that, and there was no planning. There's still no planning. I don't know what's going to come out of it, but Allah ki marzi, inshallah. First of all, thank you so much to Ghulam Mustafa. He has been supporting me for many years now. He's been asking me to do different kinds of seminars. Abhi tak main avoid karti nahi hu, lekin I think ab itna possible nahi hoga. First correction I would like to make is that I'm not a psychologist. Kafi log mujhe Dr. Eram kehte hain, but I'm not. I am, frankly speaking, I don't have any degree in psychology. I have a keen interest in human psychology, and I have studied a lot of it, but I don't believe in degrees and certifications. With all due respect to all the PhDs and MBAs and all those people, I personally don't believe in any of that, and there's a reason. Many of you perhaps have seen my videos and think that this is the main aspect of my business, to help people overcome issues in life. And I love doing it, but that's really not what my business in USA has been about. I have lived in the US for 30 years. जैसे आमतौर पे लड़कियों के साथ होता है, शादी होती है, अमेरिका चली जाती हैं, and that's why I went there. I was hoping to do MBA from UT Austin, but that never came to fruition. In 2009, I was going through my second divorce, and I was actually facing bankruptcy. So I was broke, bankrupt, and heartbroken as well. And that's when I got into self-development and decided I really want to learn how to live life in a more balanced and happy way. And therefore, my journey into mind sciences and self-development started. But before that, I had a 15-year career in the lending industry, mostly with Chase Mortgage. And that had come to a complete sudden death in 2009. Those of you that have been associated with banking may recall that banking worldwide was in shambles, especially in the US. So lending came to a screeching halt, and so did my career of 15 years. And I decided, in the midst of bankruptcy and in the midst of having pretty much no money, to start my online company, which I had no experience of. I barely could use the computer to write an email, and I decided to launch a company, online company, which had to do with spirituality and self-development. And that was in 2012. Within 1 year, my company crossed $1 million in revenues. Since then, alhamdulillah, it has been growing, it has multiplied, and recently it was valued at approximately $30 million. So I say that to you not to show off. I say that, thank you for the lone clapper out there. I say that to you not to make myself sound like I'm this accomplished, successful person. I say that to you to reiterate my point, which was that I did all of this without a degree, because I did bachelor's from Pakistan, got married. Ammi did not want me to pursue studies. She wanted me to get married at a younger age, as you probably remember, Amber. And never had an MBA yet. am a CEO of a company that has been very successful, alhamdulillah, for 10 years. I teach spiritual entrepreneurship, which might be a new term for many of you, but it is a very popular new field of entrepreneurship that is pursued by very, very successful entrepreneurs that not only want to be successful, but want to have an impact on the world. They want to be in a line of work that is meaningful and that is deeply fulfilling to them and to their hearts. So in other words, business and life are not two separate things for them. It's combined together. I belong to a group called the Genius Network, which comprises of millionaires that are exactly in that kind of work, spiritual entrepreneurship. So when I was invited here by Mustafa Saab today, he did not tell me what topic I was going to speak on. He never does. And I'm okay with that because I like speaking impromptu and talking about whatever is needed for that crowd. So if you allow me, I would just like to, just 2 minutes. And by the way, it's very, very difficult for a motivational speaker to speak within 5 to 10 minutes. It's very difficult. But I will try to be succinct and say what perhaps hopefully will be helpful to some of you. In my own company and in my teaching and in my consultancy work as an entrepreneur, as a CEO, one of the things I can tell you, there are 2 things that are most important when it comes to productivity, and one of them is employee satisfaction. It is so important. I would very respectfully disagree with one of the panelists here, I can't remember which one, that said that employees don't really care about the broader vision of the company. And I would very strongly disagree with that because that we have made it our goal to make sure that our employees are deeply connected to the vision of the company. Obviously, you would have to define the vision of the company. Before that, the CEO has to define that. But employee satisfaction is extremely important, and it increases productivity by a few 100%. In my own company, it increased by 500% when we actually started to pay attention to that. So one of them, of course, one of the factors that would help in increasing employee satisfaction is emotional intelligence. I teach people that you don't invest in skills, you invest in the person. And in order to invest in the person, you have to get to know the person intimately, meaning you have to understand their personality. I love personality tests. I don't hire anyone in my company unless they have taken the personality test that we use, which is Wealth Dynamics. You can check it up online. It's been it's been designed by a person who has had a New York Times best-selling book as well. What that does is that it tells me that no matter how skilled this person is, or no matter how much experience or certifications or degree they have in a particular field, but if their chart, if their report is telling me that their natural talent is in a completely different area, this person is never going to be able to perform to their fullest potential, and they're never going to be able to derive the satisfaction and fulfillment that can only be derived when a person is tapping into their natural skill set, which we call the genius zone. Each one of us has a genius zone that was given to us by God. So when you tap into, thank you, when you tap into that genius zone, you are always going to outperform somebody else who may have equal number of certifications and equal years of experience. You will always outperform that person. For example, myself, I test, if you see my report, you would think I am retarded. Perhaps by some measures I am. Because my genius zone, when I took the test 10 years ago, it showed me that my genius zone was in the field of creativity, which is best suited for entrepreneurship, looking at the big picture. When you look at the big picture, you are automatically going to suck at looking at the fine print, at the minor details, at reading the fine print. Now, traditionally what we teach people is that focus on the areas that you are weakest in so that you may grow strength in that area as well and become a balanced personality. In spiritual entrepreneurship, we teach the opposite of that. We say, ignore the areas that you are naturally challenged in and focus on the area that is your genius zone. Because in spiritual entrepreneurship, we believe in collaboration. The area in which I am challenged in, somebody else in my company is going to be naturally skilled at. It's going to be their genius zone. So that person will take that role, and I will take the role of the big picture, the visionary, the innovator. And 10 years ago, I was maybe at 60% of my natural aptitude was in the creative genius zone. If I take the test today, it is almost 90%, which means all the other areas of my life are seriously challenged right now. But you would not see that in the performance of my company because it's all, we have employees that collaborate in the areas where the other person is lacking. So emotional intelligence and focusing on a person's natural genius zone are extremely important. And yes, it takes investment. You have to be patient. You have to let the process evolve. In the beginning, it can be a little hard. But what that does do is that ensures employee loyalty and employee satisfaction. I am happy to report that the people that I hired in my company even 10 years ago are still with me. And they will die with this company if that's how long it takes. Thank you. So I think I don't want to overstep my welcome. Thank you so much for your time, and I'm honored to be here. Thank you.